What's up, guys? Welcome back to LIFG, and today we're actually just going to be doing a Forge draft. Now, if you've already gotten to Masters in Forge, you don't necessarily have to do Forge anymore. I do it myself from time to time, just because it's a bit cheaper than regular draft, and you can still get legendaries and stuff from this. But if you're just building your collection, this is definitely a good way to go. The other thing with Forge is that it does restrict you to only 2 colors, which can be a pretty good thing. Okay, so we start with Obliterate. I'm not sure I want to go in blue per se. Let's grab Rampage. Let's grab Treasury Guard. I think we want to go into green. Let's grab Hooru Fledgling, get a flyer going. I'm going to grab Crownwatch Paladin, but a lot of times in Forge, this card actually doesn't end up doing that much. It ends up just being too slow. But if you can get it to attack a few times, or you can get a weapon on it, it can still be pretty solid. Now, this is the trickier pack to pick from, or a trickier pick in general, I should say. Forest Tree Elder is really, really good in limited. But Throne Warden is also really good in limited. The difference here is 4/4 with Aegis that gives you armor versus a 4/6 with flying and endurance. And even though Throne Warden is my favorite card in the game, I think in this situation you pick Forest Tree Elder almost every time. If I already had a weapon, a relic weapon or a regular weapon, if I had a relic weapon picked already, I'd go for Throne Warden, but I don't, so I think I'm going to go for Forest Tree Elder in this position. I'm going to grab Heavy Axe. Ornate Katana seems like the best thing here. Finest Hour is really good. +3/+3 as a fast spell is really solid. +2/+0 gives you a similar benefit if you're being on the offense, and it also draws me a card, so I'd rather Cantrip here. And this is also a tricky one for me as well. Currently I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. So Guerrilla Fighter looks good for me here. It's a 4/4/3/2 with Warcry that can exhaust the enemy unit, which means I can get a free attack in. And Renegade Valkyrie is a flyer. I currently only have 2 flyers. Any weapon on Renegade Valkyrie is just really, really good. And currently I have Heavy Axe, Ornate Katana, and Granite Acolyte kind of counts as a weapon as well. Torch is always going to be good. I think I'm going to go for the Valkyrie here, because if I land her, she's just really good. And here I'm going to go for Frontline Cyclops. I need at least one more big body. Crownwatch Deserter is the best card there. So, similar position. The Bright Mace Paladin is actually really good, especially the way I've been drafting. I have 2 Rampages, Ornate Katana, Heavy Axe. Any of those on this, it gets lifesteal. Stalwart Shield is also just really good. Any of the creatures I've gotten so far outside of Forest Tree Elder, the Stalwart Shield just makes it a tremendously and significantly better card. I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 units. I think I'm going to grab the shield here. Grab another Valkyrie. Let's see. Let's grab Daze. Let's grab Alchemist Blast. Tikkun Grenadin. So for me, this pick is between the Hooru Fledgling and the Loyal Watchwing. Loyal Watchwing, obviously, for Warcry. That's the main reason. The flying's also good, but it's mainly for the Warcry. I think I'm going to go with that. I will say this is probably the better pick most times. However, I'm looking for something that comes out a bit earlier at this point, and with flying, which gives it evasion and Warcry, I'll grab that. This is also another very good pack for me. Ruthless Stranger isn't on my mind with this one. It's between the Silverwing Familiar and the Stonescar Maul. I have 2 6-drop cards, a 5-drop, 2 6-drops and 2 5-drops. I'm gonna go for the Silverwing Familiar. It's also another card that's just really, really good with any of these weapons. I don't see a reason for Reinforce. I have 0 relic weapons so far, so I'll grab the Pyre Adept. I'll grab Hellfire Rifle. It's a good finisher. I'll grab 1 Civic Peacekeeper here, and this time I will grab Finest Hour. And to finish it off... Okay, so when a spell is played on Hooru Envoy, you draw a card. Options for spell on Hooru Envoy is I have 2 Rampages and a Finest Hour. Alternatively, I could just grab Ferocious Stranger. That would put me in the range of having 5 6-drops. Which I'm not sure I want to be doing, so I'm going to grab the Hooru Envoy for this one. Alright, so that's our draft deck. So to get the best rewards for this, you have to win all 7 games. With regular draft, it's not as ridiculous. You can get a decent amount back by just drafting, but with this, you definitely need to win all 7 games if you want to get the best bang for your buck out of this one. We also didn't crack a legendary there. Okay, I'm glad our opponent did that. Let's go Crownwatch Paladin and hope he doesn't have anything that can block. That's a direct counter. Alright, so I was going to play Loyal Watchwing. This is a 1/3, it easily blocks that, so I'm going to play the Crownwatch Deserter instead. What do you have for me? Really? Okay, that makes sense. So we will attack for 3. He can block, but it just bounces off and we get a Warcry trigger. It's a freebie. We'll also play the Watchwing. In case he chooses to attack with the 1/3 and we can get it in, we will. Ooh. It's not nice. No blocks. We're going to offer a trade. We're willing to trade. We get the Warcry trigger. If we can draw power on curve, we probably win. Okay, so we drew power on curve. Yeah, we're gonna go for it. So we'll do 3 to him. And we'll pass the turn back. What do you have? No blocks. Do you have a flyer? Alright, so that's huge for us. We're going to attack for 10. Play 4th Tree Elder. We'll hold on to Obliterate for now. It's just a finisher for us. Okay, so our opponent's dead. They have no good attacks. That was an unnecessary pump because it was already lethal, but why not? Alright, 1 down, 6 to go. Looks like we'll be facing Shadow here. Stonescar. Yeah, we're going to redraw this. I was actually really tempted to keep that, but if I drew lands 3 turns in a row, or I drew power 3 turns in a row, I'd have just lost the game. Let's pass it back. I think we're gonna have to. We'll see what else he plays. We can take one for a bit. Now the problem here is Renegade Valkyrie is highly susceptible to numerous removal spells in Stonescar. Torch works. Numerous other red burn spells work. And all the black removal spells work. All of them. 3 cards in hand. The reality is, though, we don't really have another play, so we're going to put it out there and we'll see what happens. If they can kill it, we put the shield on it. Alright, so they can't kill it, but we are at 16. Let's go shield. Attack for 4. We're going to be taking at least 5. If he draws a power card, we're going to be taking 7. No blocks on that. We have obliterate for the 5/5. I think we kill it now. Let's attack. Yeah, we're at 11 and it's Stonescar, so dropping a 6 is not a good idea, essentially. Alright, so we absolutely love seeing that. First, let's start with this. Okay, so we drew a power, and we can make this. We can attack for 14. I kind of don't have a reason not to attack for 14 here. Okay, so our opponent has nothing for us. That's game. Very glad I drafted this card. When they don't have removal, it just runs away with the game. With 1 weapon on it. Alright, so 2 down. We need 5 more. We got our first silver chest. So if we get all 7, I believe we get 3 gold chests. Let's redraw. This is slightly better. I do need to draw at least 1 power card for it to be really good. Okay. So we're looking to play the Deserter here first. No point stunning that. I mean, we can absolutely just take 2 damage. And the reason I still played this over the Crown Watch Paladin is 1, this just trades with this very easily. And 2, this also has Warcry. No blocks. We can take 2. We cannot play Huru Envoy, unfortunately, as we don't have double justice power. So we'll go Paladin. We'll see if he attacks or if he has another unit. He probably does. Okay. Let's just take our turn. Okay, so we're hoping for power. We got the power. Let's do 2 to this. And we'll attack for 3. He can only make a chump block, so he won't. Beautiful. We'll attack for 3 again. He could have Lightning Strike, but we still do it. It's pretty good. You have it. Alright, so we got our Warcry trigger. We play a 6/6 and pass the turn. We actually haven't drawn... Whatever has been getting Warcries from this, I think 3 Warcries, we haven't drawn yet. So let's start with this. Get the Aegis off this card. Pass the turn back. We have no action, neither does our opponent though. Stun. And attack for 5. Another Warcry trick. I don't know what's I don't know what's on top of our library, but it has a bunch of Warcry triggers right now. Yeah, let's do this. Obliterate. Attack with the team. We didn't get full damage off that Obliterate, but we did pop the Aegis on our opponent and got some damage through. Just attack for 3. And we'll play our 6/6 flyer. So this got 5 Warcry triggers. This is usually a 1/1 flyer, as we've discussed before. Is it 7? This has to be blocked. Let's see what we draw. It's a good draw. It's a very good draw. So he blocks a 6/6 and takes lethal. Unless he has that. Unless he has that. Okay. So our opponent drops to 2. That's not gonna do it. Let's attack for lethal. Okay. So 3 down, 4 to go. So we're up to 1 gold chest. I believe we get, when we get to 5 wins, we get a 2nd gold chest. Something like that. We'll see. This hand's absolutely trash. This hand's kind of garbage too, but it's a little bit better. We have 2 turn 3 plays. I think we're gonna be getting rushed down really fast. This is a matchup where Silverwing Paladin, the Silverwing Familiar, would be a really good card to see. Alright, we're still going to put this out. Opponent's probably going to kill it. Yeah, I thought so. I wish it was any other removal spell, because they just got to do 2 to us and kill our creature there, which really sucked. Alright, put that out. If we can get a weapon on this, I don't think we can lose, but we got to get a weapon on it for that. No blocks. Sheesh. Gonna kill this. We don't want Warcry going off. And I don't think we're gonna stay on defense either, so we're gonna attack for 4, which negates their next attack, and on our turn we can potentially obliterate the 2/1. The biggest problem I'm seeing right now is there's 4 cards in our opponent's hand. 3 cards. Alright, let's kill this. Attack for 1. That negates this. We'll be taking 2. Jeez. Not gonna lie to you, the 4-3 is rough. We gotta go for this. I wanted to put this up, but we gotta start gaining more health. We're willing to trade the 2-1 with one of these. Oh my god. I don't know if we can take 9 here. We have to. I think we have to. Yeah, we got to do it like this. We can't take 9. Unfortunately, we could not take 9. But having a second blocker here is pretty good. The 1-1 can block the 4-3. And he'll have no other good attacks. Unless he does that. Alright, so we'll block the 2-2. We'll take 5. Drop to 5. Our opponent's at 8. We're going to put it all on the line. If they draw a big burn spell, or any burn spell, they win. If they don't, we're still in it. Now we have to attack. Otherwise, we die to Torch. And we have to block. We have lethal flying anyways, so we're just trying not to drop into a position where we die to something silly. Now that game was pretty close. We could have used a bit more power, as we had 2 6-drops in hand that would have sealed the game for us. But we pulled it off just barely. Silverwing made a huge difference. Rebel Forces. This hand's a keep. This hand's a keep. We have a 2-1 and 2-3 Treasury Guard. If I can establish it fast enough, it's pretty decent in certain matchups. Just the endurance with a few pumps is really good. Warcry is annoying. Do you have the torch? No blocks. Blocking there just opens me up to dying to finest, losing my unit to finest hour or something like that. Kind of no point. So we're gonna attack for 4, offer the quote-unquote trade, then attempt to blow his unit out. Alright, so the good news here is that he spent all his power, which means he has no good attacks. He can team block this to kill it, which I think is exactly why I should attack with it. 3, 4, nope. We kill this, and then we attack for 4. The other way would have just been silly. More of those, oh my god. I will say I do hate that my opponent has 3 cards in hand. We're gonna attack for 4. Let's see if he has anything for me. Alright, that's a pretty good turn for me. That's a really good turn for me. Pop the Aegis. Yep. So things have changed a bit now. We're going to attack with everything. Figured that would be the block. Opponent's at 13 and we drop down the Valkyrie. That's pretty good on this board. I need to draw a weapon, and soon. Alright, so we'll attack for 2. We have no good attacks with those, unfortunately. Just gotta kind of hope that they just whiffed on their draw. Let's attack in the air again. Put out the deserter. Wow, that's so good there. Okay, so I can offer this up just to get an extra 2 damage through. I don't see the point in that. Keep attacking in the air until we can alpha strike for the win. Or until they put us in a position where we... That's a really good draw. That attack, though, I don't know that that was a good attack. They're at 7. We can get 2, 4, 6 through. Yep. Let's get 6 through and leave them in a position where they have to get a flyer or they die. Because we can take 11. Just attack in the air. And the rebel forces is down. Alright, so 2 more. Okay, right. So when you get to 5 wins, you do not get a second gold chest. It's a silver chest. I haven't been playing Forge that often recently. We're going to redraw this, definitely. We do have the Treasury Guard. We don't have the 3rd power. And we don't want to wait on it. I was really hoping that was going to be a unit. Preferably one with Warcry. With this in hand, this is exactly the kind of hand that I'd like to draw the Paladin in. Aegis, 2-4 with Aegis seems pretty solid. And Warcry. Alright, we're going to put this out. If they can kill it, then they can kill it. If they can kill it, we'll try to pressure with it. No blocks. Okay. Yeah, our hand is really bad right now. We have pretty much every weapon in the deck in hand and no units whatsoever. So that's not good. Jesus. Pretty sure we lost this one, unfortunately. We have no units. This is pretty shitty. Jeez. Alright, well, let's get rid of that. Try to buy ourselves a little bit of time. If we can draw a flyer, we're still alive, I guess. But we have 1, maybe 2 turns to draw it. We have 1 turn to draw it. Yeah, we're dead. And 4 cards in hand, they probably have a removal spell. So that's going to happen sometimes. For whatever reason, we drew 2 units the entire game. And all our weapons. Next loss, we're out. Next loss, we're out. That was a pretty crappy one for us. This is exactly what happened last time, but I'm going to redraw again. We drew a unit. We're not facing the same deck, however. Facing something different. And a lot more aggressive. So for us, we're really counting on the Valkyrie not just dying to Torch. And I'm not sure it's gonna live. Yeah. Now, we're not out of it yet. We do have Obliterate in hand for the Paladin. And we have a 6-turn play. So we're not dead yet, but we're pretty much... It's not looking good. Let's just put it that way. Jeez. Followed by Obliterate. I don't know that it matters which one of these I play here, so let's go with this. Think I'm dead either way. Huh. Alright, well, let's attack for 6. I would put this on there, but I'd rather try to establish a second unit. Which is probably why this should have been the one I played first. I'll do it this turn. Let's attack for 11. Play mistake. I could have attacked for a bit more than 11. For some reason I thought I didn't have enough power. That was a huge play mistake by me. Tell me you don't have torch, please. Okay. Let's do this a different way. Let's do 3 to you first, and now this is lethal. I'm gonna be honest, I was pretty convinced we lost that one. If they had any burn spell, we lost that one. One thing I forgot to do after drafting there is I didn't scrap the shiftstone, so I got 459 from... So far I've gotten 459 shiftstone from the Forge draft, plus whatever I'll get from finishing it off. And whether or not I win this is going to matter a lot for that. It's the difference between 3 packs and 2 packs. Redraw. Much, much better. We have a 2nd turn and a 3rd turn play. No good blocks against that, unfortunately, so we'll have to take it at least the first time. 3 colors. Huh. I guess I should have just blocked. Well, I'm gonna kill this, because if too many war cries go off, I can't beat the deck anyways. The second reason is I'd like to have this out and be able to pump it at the same turn I have it out. It might be relevant, but it might matter. Yep, I can't stop that. 3/7? A 3/7, oh my god. Big risk. But if he has no pump spell, I just couldn't allow that to stay alive, in all honesty. Since this can't block the flyer anyways, we're going to attack with both. There's 2 cards in our opponent hand. I like our position. Navani. So last time I played Forge, I actually got Navani. And opponent has to block. Unfortunately, if they attack with Navani, I gotta just chump block or take 6. Let's swing for the win again. Alright, so we went 7-1. And let's see what we got as rewards. So you get 3 gold chests. So that was another 1,500 gold from that. Let's open the 3 packs. Staff. Oops. Ashara. And Steel Fang Chakram. So we had 453 first and 700. So we got about 1,200 shift stone total from doing that. So I'd say if you haven't gotten to masters in these yet, definitely try Forge. That being said, if you have already gotten to masters, Forge isn't horrible. You can still get legendaries from here. I know most people say just do draft, and for the most part they're right. You will get more rewards from draft most times, but it also costs twice as much. So if you're low on gold or something, or you just want to not play against other players, Forge is perfectly fine. It's a different dynamic because you always get to play 2 colors. It's just a lot more consistent than regular draft, the way the deck functions, and you can still get rewards, especially if you win 7 games in a row. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.